Why most people never become rich. Imagine waking up at 45 years old, exhausted, still checking your bank account before buying groceries, still trapped in a job you hate. Now imagine realizing it wasn't bad luck. It was your habits. Because the truth is, most people will never become rich. Not because they're stupid, not because opportunities don't exist, but because they unknowingly follow a financial blueprint designed to keep them average. And the scary part? Most people never realize it until it's too late. In this video, we'll break down the hidden reasons why people stay broke, the mindset shifts that separate wealth from struggle, and the one principle that quietly creates millionaires behind the scenes. Stay until the end, because the final lesson might completely change the way you think about money forever. Point 1. Living for appearances. Most people spend money trying to look rich, instead of becoming rich. They finance cars they can't afford, buy clothes to impress strangers, upgrade phones every year, all to maintain an image. But wealthy people understand something most people never learn. Looking rich and being rich are completely different lifestyles. One creates attention, the other creates freedom. And social media made this problem worse. Every day, people scroll through luxury vacations, designer brands, and success content that pressures them to spend more. It's a trap, because every dollar spent trying to impress others is a dollar not invested into your future. Funny thing is, the people who actually have money often look surprisingly normal. No giant logos, no fake flexing, just quiet financial security. And here's the dangerous part. The longer someone lives beyond their means, the harder escape becomes. Because debt slowly steals future freedom. But this is only the beginning. The next reason most people never become rich is even more destructive. Point 2. They trade time for money forever. Most people believe working harder automatically creates wealth. It doesn't. If that were true, construction workers and nurses would all be millionaires. Wealth isn't built by working endlessly. It's built by ownership. Rich people own assets, businesses, investments, real estate, stocks. Meanwhile, average people only sell time. And time has limits. You can only work so many hours before burnout arrives. Think about it. If you stop working tomorrow, does your income stop too? For most people, the answer is yes. That's financial vulnerability. And schools rarely teach this. They teach people how to become employees, not owners. Now don't misunderstand this. There's nothing wrong with having a job. But relying on only one income source in today's economy? That's dangerous. Especially when inflation quietly increases the cost of everything around you. And speaking of inflation, most people don't even realize the next mistake is silently destroying their future every single day. Point 3. They ignore compounding. Here's one of the biggest financial tragedies in modern life. People underestimate small, consistent actions. They think investing only matters when they're older. So they wait, and wait, and wait, until suddenly they're 40, trying to catch up. But wealth isn't built overnight. It's built through compounding. This simple principle is why someone investing small amounts early can outperform someone investing huge amounts later. Time matters more than intensity. That's the secret. A person who starts investing at 20 has a massive advantage over someone who starts at 35. And yet most people waste their early years chasing temporary pleasure instead of long-term freedom. Netflix, impulse shopping,
Fast Dopamine.
And look, everyone enjoys entertainment. But when distraction becomes a lifestyle, years disappear fast. Quick question. Have you ever noticed how people say they can't afford investing, but somehow afford food delivery 5 times a week? Exactly. And this leads directly into the next reason people. Point 4. Fear controls their decisions. Fear keeps people financially trapped. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Fear of losing money. So instead of learning new skills, starting businesses, or investing carefully, they stay comfortable. But comfort is expensive. Very expensive. Because while people avoid temporary risk, they unknowingly accept permanent mediocrity. And the world rewards calculated risk. Every successful entrepreneur, investor, or creator once looked uncertain, even ridiculous. Imagine explaining YouTube careers to someone in 2008. They would laugh. Now people build empires from their bedrooms. The opportunity economy has changed everything. But fear blinds people to opportunity. And here's the brutal truth. The cost of inaction is often greater than the cost of failure. Because failure teaches. Inaction only delays regret. But even if someone overcomes fear, there's another hidden problem that quietly destroys financial success. Final lesson. Becoming wealthy is not about luck. It's about repeated behavior. Small disciplined actions repeated for years create extraordinary outcomes. Not overnight success. Not lottery thinking. Not fake internet lifestyles. Just consistency. And that's actually good news. Because it means wealth is more predictable than most people think. The earlier someone learns this, the more powerful their future becomes. One decision today could completely alter the next 10 years of your life. That's how serious this is. So the question is, will you continue following the financial habits of the average person? Or finally begin building a different future?